Voice? Okay. Oh my god, Kira star. Yeah, that being said, welcome to part 5 of chapter 42. Where we're still discovering what is happening with Uhua, Moriarty, how the heck they even try to defeat it. There's like a lot of questions. Also the Vitas, we did find out that the small Vitas, like the colors, the human part of Sa, that Sa then got rejected or like get the authority towards like the human authority, I guess you can say, like got into the Vitas, and now she's like more of a machine, robot, probably like more of a more of an entity, like a god, like another being that trying to get a god. Like the one we had already, Otto, then Kevin, not really, but now we have like the moon god, the goddess Kiana. And yeah, let's go and let me find out where actually I stopped. Where did I stop? We had the gamble with Moriarty, did his gamble. Then we found out that the museum is under the Ark. Then we go up to the Ark and find out, yeah, also the big Vita got like assigned to watch over the 7 Vitas, but the 7 Vitas really liked her, and then Sa got a little bit envious, I guess. I think the Sa is all the time envious towards Big Vita. The cysts shown are growing really. I'm pretty sure that's what we also did. Let me just check it quick. Yep. This is where we ended last time, and holy, again it reminds me how great Vita is. What a weird focus it was, but yeah. So 13. So let's continue it. Not only I can fight. Also, the first time that I do the story actually with mouse. The old story I do with mouse, and a new patch with mouse support. Looks like we fight with Griseo, because she's actually the only one left with 7 Vitas after getting the authorities. Those wardens suddenly began attacking. Is this related to Fu Hua's disappearance, or is it... Oh, anyhow, I can let them into Ark and hurt the little Vitas. Only... yeah, only I can fight now. Oh, it feels much better. After clearing a group of unwelcome guests, Griseo immediately returns to the corridor to assess the current state of the Ark. It seems safe. She approaches her bedroom and peers it inside from a distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She counted them. Thanks, goddess. The little Vitas seems to be diligently adjusting their permissions, oblivious to the event going on outside. I shouldn't disturb them now. So all that's left is... Vita, where are you? The big Vita.
亲爱的格蕾修小姐，我的糖果又不会长腿跑掉，当然还是在你们刚刚放下我的地方啦。
Dear Miss Griseo, my candy won't grow legs and run away, so I'm still right where you left me.
看你的样子，周围的乐园宿卫一定都已经被解决干净了吧？
Judging by your expression, I assume all the paradise wardens nearby have been taken care of.
幸好浮华消失之前，把我附身的糖果留在了卧室里，被你捡到，我才能留在这里帮你调查调查电子系统，或是陪你聊聊天。
Fortunately, before Fuhua disappeared, she left my candy in the bedroom for you to pick up, or I wouldn't have been able to stay here and help you inspect the electronic system, or just chat with you.
说起来，你们这方舟的质量是不是太好了？几千几万年都过去了，电子锁竟然还能工作。这艘飞船的设计师叫什么名字呀？我还有机会像浮华一样认识他吗？
By the way, isn't the quality of this arc is too good? Thousands, even tens of thousands of years have been passed, yet the electronic locks still work. What's the name of this ship designer? Will I get to meet her? I wish.
如果不是情况特殊，我可没打算跟你这种人联手。
If it wasn't for the circumstances, I would never team up with someone like you.
真伤人！明明我们十几分钟前才刚刚联手过一次嘛。
That's hard. We just worked together 10 minutes ago.
我讨厌喜欢说谎的人。
I don't like liars. I mean, yeah, a little light, a little bit here and there, but still, look at how cute she is.
既然格蕾修能看穿本质，那我说不说谎区别也不大嘛。
Since you can see through the surface, it doesn't make much difference whether I tell the truth or not.
你
Who caught you?
在博物馆里，你说过，你对小薇他们没有一丝一毫的感情。
In museum, you said that you have no attachment to the little Vitas whatsoever.
而且就是因为那句话，格蕾修变得更讨厌我了。
Yes, and because of that statement, Griseo has come to dislike me even more.
你说他们是你的作品，
You say they are your creations. Technically?
也是你的作品哦。我觉得在作品完成之后，还对他倾注感情，是件很荒谬的事。那只会妨碍他们的自由。
Alright. The Sagi, the authorities, and Vita shaped them in this. She used like help of the colors from Griseo, so they're like kind of parents of Vitas, which is very sweet. But they are also your creations. I think it's absurd to be emotionally attached to them after they are completed. It only hinders their freedom.
对啊。
Oh, right.
该不会，小格蕾修，这是你第一次独自面对新生的种子吧？
Could this be little Griseo? Your first time facing their newborn seeds alone?
因为在你童年所处的那个时代里，已经没有种子会发芽了。
Because in this era, when you were a child, there were no more seeds that would sprout.
如果把这里这样，再这样，有了。
If you do this here and then like this. There we go.
喂 ，Vita， 你什么意思？
Hey Vita, what do you mean?
成功了，门开了。
It worked. The door is open.
没有浮华姐姐，也没有乐园苏卫。
No Fuhua, and no paradise wardens.
只剩下机房还没检查了，但可能性也不大吧。
Only the engineer room hasn't been checked, but the chances are slim, right?
疑难解答也说了，这里现在只有我们9个人。
Yeah, the troubleshooter also said there are only 9 of us here too. The troubleshooter could detect a candy? I don't believe that troubleshooter is so... Okay.
看样子，浮华是真从方舟里失踪了。
Literally a hologram. If it's How does it detect as a person? It seems that Fuhua truly vanished from the ark.
可惜，没有人目击到事情的经过。不过我猜，就算我们看到了，也无能为力。
Unfortunately, no one saw what happened, but I guess even if someone had, nothing could be done about it.
我的创世神可是个谨慎的大家伙，不会让任何有威胁的目标靠近自己。
My creator is a cautious giant who won't allow any threats to approach.
我猜，他多半是干涉了浮华的投影，把浮华放逐到外界去了，就是我和浮华第一次见面的那片迷雾里。
Yep, that's about what happened. She basically disconnected Fuhua from the server, like an admin, because Fuhua wanted to cheat. I suspect she disturbed Fuhua's projection and banished her to the outside world, which is the mist where Fuhua and I first met.
那你现在就不能想办法回到那里吗？
So can't you just find a way to return here now?
很遗憾，我的本体已经不在那里了。
Unfortunately, my true form is no longer there.
那个莫什么地的，闹出了这么大的动静，把创世神都给惊下场了。我一个小逃兵，虽说没那么容易被他注意到，可一旦暴露，也就小命玩完了。
That whatever art here caused such a commotion that even alert the creator. As a little deserter, it's unlikely for her to notice me, but if I'm exposed, I'm done for good.
所以我立刻就转移了自己的本体，躲到更深更远的地方去了。
I transferred my true form and hid deeper and further away.
就算是这样，
Even so,
要是格蕾修小姐求我，我说不定就会冒险一试了呢。
if Miss Griseo were to ask, I may consider venturing back.
开玩笑的，其实我现在想回也回不去了。
I'm just kidding. I can't return now, even if I wanted to.
都怪那个叫什么亚帝的展品，拿着偷来的权限在那个瀑布边上乱搞一通。要想恢复这些空间之间的定位系统，得花上好几天吧。
She's so rude. She calls him whatever Artie. Instead of Moriarty, she literally picked him up. She didn't care anything about this. Oh, she did, man. What a woman. Man. Oh, this behavior is just too good. Sorry, Griseo. I'm Team Vita right now. Claims that exhibit called whatever Artie who messed up around with the stolen permissions by the waterfall. Restoring the positioning system between those spaces would take several days, I think.
你编的有些太离谱了。
You're stretching the truth a bit too much.
有时候真相就是这么离谱呢。
Sometimes the truth can be quite far-fetched. Griseo realized that continuing arguing with Vita would be pointless.
还是先把机房调查清楚吧，那里是方舟的最后一片未知区域。
Let's investigate the engineering room first. The last unknown area of the ark.
如果那里有潜在的威胁，尽快加以排除，对小薇他们来说也比较安全。
If there are any threats there, we need to eliminate them as soon as possible to keep the little Vita safe.
格蕾修还真是爱操心呀。
You really are a worrywart, Griseo.
就是，格蕾修，我们才没那么容易出事呢。
That's right, Griseo. We are not that helpless.
一心，你们来了。
Right? You came.
调试结束了，现在我们有把握不出差错的完成权限转移。
Yes, we finished debugging. We are now confident we can transfer the permission without any errors.
只是，姐姐们这边好像又有新的麻烦了。
But it seems like there's a new problem at your end.
我们偷偷听到你们找不到浮华姐姐了。
We overheard you say that you can't find Fuhua.
找人这种事我们最擅长了，让我们来帮忙吧，格蕾修。
Finding people is what we are best at. Let us help, Griseo.
大家集体行动也好，你们跟我来吧。
I suppose it's better if we work together. Come with me then. Oh, exploring with mouse. What a difference. Feels like an actual game
或
now.
许修改过方舟的设
So
置，
many hand
保
reconfigured
险起
arc.
见，
I
重新
should
配置一下吧。
reconfigure it to be safe.
听起来成功了。
Sounds like it worked.
有我们在，当然是小菜一碟啦。
We are here, so of course it would work.
走吧，去机房。
Let's head to the engineer room. Nothing
糟糕，
here.
乐园苏威
Oh
也对
no!
机房感兴趣了。
Paradise Wonders. Wardens also
大
investigate
家退后，交给我。
also in this area. Everyone stand back.
嘿，这样交给我吧。于此，星海。
What did just happen? Ah. The engineer room was filled with neatly arranged machines, just as it had been before Griseo went into the slumber. There were no holes in the wall or the ceiling. Hua was of course not there, and the destroyed Paradise Wardens were not deliberately hiding in wait. Yes, you can't really kill them as long as I exist.
当务之急是找回华姐姐，可是我还没有亲眼见过那团关键的迷雾。
Priority is to find Fuhua, but I haven't seen that crucial mist yet.
不对，关于迷雾的信息，主要都是 Vita 告诉我的。
Wait, Vita told me most of the information about the mist.
她的身上
What is she? When Griseo glanced at the focus of the matter, which was Vita, she suddenly noticed her hands' subtle movement.
Vita，你在干什么？
Vita, what are you doing? Vita, stop doing stuff. Please end up being friendly. I don't know if Vita friendly or just friendly and has a bad character, or is just evil and very, very smart and smart. Reflexively, she stepped forwards to grab Vita's hand that was operating the input interface, only to grab in air. Makes
都
sense.
说了，我是附身于糖果的一道投影啦。啊，所以你也不用太过担心，我还存在于此，本身就是浮华没有遇到太大危险的证明。
I told you I'm the projection possessing the candy, so you don't need to worry so much, alright? My existing here is proof. My existing. My existing here is proof that Fuhua doesn't encounter any major danger.
啊，这么说来，你刚才是要问我什么吗？
Oh, speaking of which, were you going to ask me something just now?
你在把方舟的数据输入你自己的投影终端，为什么？
Why you were inputting the ARC's data into your projection terminal?
啊，那个呀，只是备份一下方舟管理员的认证而已，对你来说没有什么损失。
I'm just backing up the ARC administrator's authorization. It won't cause you any harm. As if it was no big deal, Vita calmly admitted to her little act of thievery.
你备份这个干什么？和我们现在的行动有关系吗？
Why are you backing it up? Is it related to our operation?
硬要说，也不是没有。
Well, if you really must know, then maybe it is.
你想，我们这不是找不到浮华吗？既然找不到，就得做好准备，面对最坏的结果啦。
Think about it. We can't find Fuhua, right? Since we can find her, we must be prepared for the worst.
也就是，单凭我们对抗不了创世神，也无法阻止灭世的洪水再度降临。到时候，连同这个方舟被开了洞的部分，一切都会被淹没。
So you're just trying to get out in the arc the same as Griseo did? I don't think Griseo will go second time. In other words, we can't resist the creator, nor prevent the flood of annihilation of our world. When that happens, everything, including this cracked open path of the ark, will be submerged.
而只有一个人能幸存下来。
When that happens, only one person can survive.
那就是你，格雷修。
It's you, Griseo.
我
I?
你已经在方舟里睡了不知道多少个轮回了。毫无疑问，洪水的伤害对你无效，或者说会绕过你。
Wait, that's true. Griseo, you have already slept through countless cycles inside the ark, so that means the damage from the flood has no effects on you, or rather, it will bypass you.
至于原理，我猜就是创世神采用了类似白名单的机制吧。你也知道，他现在已经膨胀得很夸张了，总得靠这个机制呀、那个机制的来办事，否则甚至很难集中自己的注意力。
I more and more starting to think about Ta as admin. As for my theory, I guessing the creator has adopted a mechanism similar to whitelisting. You know, she already expanded too much an extreme extent, so she has to rely on this mechanism or that to get things done. Otherwise, she would even have problems concentrating.
属于弗洛斯的一切，都必须被洪水彻彻底底毁灭、重置，迎接新一轮的实验。
Everything that belongs to Phosphorus must be completely destroyed by the flood, reset, and prepared for a new round of experiments.
而你不属于弗洛斯，是更加独特的样本。我猜测，就算方舟也被洪水淹没，你也同样可以被创世神庇护，安然无恙。
But you are not a part of Phosphorus. You are a most unique specimen. I suspect that even if the ark is submerged by the flood, you will still be sheltered by the creator and remain unarmed.
所以我就想啊，这东西说不准就是我的救生衣。格雷修，你也不会那么吝啬，不用和我分享这保命的东西吧？
Oh my god. That made me think this thing might be my little jacket. Griseo, you wouldn't be so stingy as to not share this lifesaver with me, would you?
我介意另一件事，你从什么时候开始计划的？
I don't mind, but I do mind something else. When did you start planning this?
当然是进屋之后突发奇想的喽。
Oh, it's just an idea that popped into my head after entering the room.
他利用了我对他的不信任，所以那时候才故意说些不靠谱的话。他大概早就想复制这份认证了。
She took advantage of my distrust and deliberately uttered nonsense at the time. She probably decided to replicate my authorizations long ago.
可是他毕竟只是个投影，即使他的本体再也回不到弗洛斯了，对他来说似乎也……
But she's just a projection. Even if her original self can never return to Phosphorus, for her, it seems that
格雷修姐姐，Vita 姐，
Griseo, Vita?
你们两个在悄悄说什么呢？和浮华姐姐的去向有关吗？让我们也听听嘛。
What are you two whispering about? Does it have something to do with Fuhua's whereabouts? We want to hear too?
而每次，可怜的 Vita 我都要负责把大家从大洪水的废墟里捞起来，擦干净，重置记忆。
And every time, poor little me has to rescue everyone from the ruins of the Great Flood, clean them up, and reset their memories.
这份工作可辛苦了，要是没有我，大家就得一直在水里面泡着了。
It is really a tough job. If it wasn't for me, everyone would be floundering in the water.
总不会，他是为了…
What if she's actually doing it for…
不可能， 这个人自己说过，他根本不在意作品完成之后的命运。
Yeah, how much is it true? No, that's impossible. She said herself that she doesn't care about the fate of her creations once they are completed. The little Vitas.
是我发现了一条新线索。
It's me who discovered a new clue. Vita turned to the side of Griseo and the little Vitas could see the text on the monitor.
调取记录，
Retrieving logs?
访问名：莫里亚蒂。
The ex's name is Moriarty. Once more the name haunted them. Oh, Moriarty, you can't get... And that also means, before dissipating, managed to obtain the ARC administration's authorization. Ah. What a sneaky guy. Okay, how much is left? Not that much. You are here after all. Hey, it's Fuhua. Meanwhile, on the other side of the predicament. Lex? Mark? Mark made by Fuhua? The mistress is out in directions to avoid getting lost. Fuhua left a small road sign in the space. Objection, leave. Yes, that will be easier said than done. Let's just go in one direction.
不行，
I simply got teleported. I actually felt the
这次
teleport.
没有可见的漏洞了吗？
Are there no visible loopholes this time?
但置身这种空间的感觉和之前很相似。用 Vita 的话说，这里叫精灵之路。
But the feeling of being here is similar to before. According to Vita, it's called the Path of Fairy, right?
还是先总结一下事情的来龙去脉吧。
I need to sort things out first.
我在方舟上尝试引导人为崩落的力量，然后立刻就遭到了某种意志的干涉。
I attempted to channel the power of active Honkai reaction on the Ark, but was immediately interfered with by some foreign will.
那只能是所谓的创世神，所，也就是说，他的确可以对那些足够强大或特异的威胁做出实时反应。
That could only be the creator. Ah. This indicates she is capable of responding to threats that are sufficiently powerful or usual in real time.
我尝试发动人为崩落时调动的能量，或许就像暗夜里突然亮起的光点一样，立刻成为了他的攻击目标。他扰乱了我的投影，把我重新丢回这片迷雾里。
When I tried to do so, I immediately became a target for the creator, much like a sudden burst of light in darkness. He disrupted my projection and threw me back into this mist.
所以，单纯借助来历不明的力量迎战他，这件事原本就不可取。要想打败索，我必须彻底掌控住这个投影，不能仅仅指望Vita的协助。
Therefore, it's unwise to confront the creator by relying entirely on unfamiliar powers. To defeat Sa, I need complete control over this projection, not just Vita's assistance. Taking the present into consideration, Fuhua had been thrown into this mist 3 times, either voluntarily or not. For the first 2 times, she managed to leave this place by rending loopholes open and even bring the hitchhiker Vita back to Phosphorus. However, this time, without Vita's guidance, finding a new loophole had become nigh impossible.
如果之前离开的方法不再适用，那么我或许应该试着从原理上分析我是怎么进来的。
If the previous method of living is no longer available, then perhaps I should try to analyze how I entered on a principle level. The first instance occurred when Fuhua has just entered the Forbidden Ground, which led her to believe the mist was a normal occurrence. Later, she encountered a mysterious person, claiming to be Vi and eventually saw through her deception. That's when she realized the mist was not a tangible space, for it could even overlap the interior of the ark. Just like a real mist, it enveloped the ark, preventing Fuhua from entering and altering the reality. So the mist is like somewhere around ark all the time, or the Forbidden Ground.
那之后，格雷修用他的能力看出，我在这颗星球上的存在是一种投影。广义来说，是一种对感官的欺骗。
Afterwards, Griseo used her ability to reveal that my existence on this planet is a projection, which, broadly speaking, is a deception. That's a bit difficult. However, unlike Vita, who hitchhiked, Fuhua's projection can experience life in Phosphorus and even battle enemies.
难道说，我现在的存在方式，其实和石之律者差不太多？
Could I be existing in a similar way to Hash of Sentience? Oh my god. Yes. I mean, it's hard here to know what they mean in Honkai. If Fuhua continued along this line of thoughts, she might consider the projection as an independent sense. An unknown entity opened up a sixth sense for her. As a result, she experienced an action at a distance from a distant planet.
而迷雾就是对这种感觉的评断，所以在投影状态不稳定的时候，我就会被困在这里。
And the mist serves as a barrier to that perception, trapping me here when the projection is unstable. The first time Fuhua encountered some kind of interference when entering the Forbidden Grounds and later the mist. The second time, Fuhua was ambushed by Moriarty near the waterfall, and her projection was thrown out of the museum's world before entering the mist again.
这多半在莫里亚蒂最初的计划之外，他没有想到我还能回来。如此说来，这片迷雾并不是困住了我，而是在我坠下瀑布时接住了我。
Moriarty probably didn't plan that, as he didn't expect me to return, so perhaps the mist didn't trap me but rather caught me, as if I fell down the waterfall. Now Fuhua was thrown into the mist for the third time. As she tries to activate the power of Garuda, she was targeted and interfered by Sa. So is the mist friendly or not? However, even with Sa's immense power and the element of surprise, Fuhua's projection couldn't be destroyed. She simply entered up in the mist once more.
如果梭真的是一个创世神，他此刻的行为就宛如隔靴搔痒。恐怕和莫里亚蒂一样，梭的本意也不是把我丢入迷雾。
If Sa is truly a creator, then her current actions are quite ineffective. I suspect, like Moriarty, Sa didn't intend to throw me into the mist. In that case, the mist was comparable to a safety rope tied to Fuhua. Okay, I know what's happening. There are some clues. I will not speak at least. Yes.
这倒是也能解释Vita 为什么总想夺取我的投影，因为他那时候就已经发现，为我构造投影的人只能保证投影的强度，却无力改变它的行动方向和形式。
I will not spoil, but yeah. You maybe already know. That could also explain why Vita wants to take control of my projection. He already discovered that the person who constructed my projection could only ensure its strength but has no control over its movement or form.
所以即使他夺走了我的投影，也不用担心被人强行排斥出去。
So even if she were to take my projection, there would be no need to worry about being forcefully expelled.
结果，问题还是来到了这里。究竟是谁在以这种形式构造我的投影？目的又是什么？
Ultimately, everything leads to the same question. Who is constructing my projection in this form? And for what? Well.
这个人有强大的力量，足以搭建一条从地球到太阳系边缘的个人专属通道，但他又无法在现实层面上对我的投影进行任何程度的干涉或支援。
Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. That person must possess enough power to create a private pathway from Earth to the edge of the solar system. However, they are also unable to interfere with or support my projection on a physical level.
他只是像催化剂一样，保障了能把我送到这里的必要条件，然后
That person is like a catalyst, securing the necessary condition of sending me here, and then...
等等，这话有点耳熟。
Wait a minute, that sounds familiar.
对了，在我最早离开地球的时候，
Alright, when I left Earth for the first time...
难道说，那个声音想要引导我向他所说的方向思考？
Could it be that the voice is attempting to hear my thoughts?
没错，这个声音想要引导你向他所
Oh, no,
说的
wait.
方向思考，因为那是促成某件事的必要条件。
Exactly. The voice is attempting to steer your thoughts, because that's a necessary condition for something to happen.
那个声音说过，他就是把我引导到这里的人。
The voice said it was the one who guided me here. Fuha felt an answer echoing in her mind. This answer was cursory and illogical, to the point of being unbelievable. Yeah. However, at this moment it stubbornly protruded from within her, accompanied by vivid and tangible pulsation. This is exactly what I have right now.
有能力阅读我的内心想法，有能力对我施加暗示，又显然不是识之虑者。
Capable of reading my inner thoughts, able to direct my train of thoughts, and clearly not the hash of sentience. I would think about hash of sentience. It actually would be possible, because if you do the hash of sentient weapon quest, which is here also of the YouTube, by the way, you probably know already.
能够掌控这里的情况，为我布置好必要条件，却又无法直接出手干涉。
Oh, I'm excited. Someone who can control things here, set up necessary conditions for me, but not directly intervene.
赋予了我这种力量，却似乎无欲无求，单方面保护着我，甚至还在迷雾中留下专门写给我看的笔记。
Someone who gives me this power but seems to have no desire or demands, protecting me unilaterally, and even leaving behind notes, specifically for me to read in the mist. The answer was on the verge of emerging. Just as Fuhua reached a conclusion, a sense founded of synchronized thoughts was greatly enhanced. Just as Fuhua reached a conclusion, a sense founded by synchronized thoughts was greatly enhanced. Like he connected to her mind. Just as I thought, you are here.
苏，
Su? Su? Not Sa, Su. A gentle breeze wafted from within the deeps of the mist, carrying a content chuckle and a faint fragrance reminiscent of body level. That's a difficult one.
我如来如在。
I mean, you're kind of not dead, right? Yes, I am, as always.
好久不见，花。
Been a while, Hua. Oh, it's him! Oh my god, I cannot... What does so happen? I mean, I can just leave. An old comrade, seemingly lost forever, repelled before Fuhua. Incredible as it may seem, she experienced such a reunion twice in one day.
看到你和格蕾修安然无恙，我很高兴。
He knew! He knew all the time! He was there with Griseo! He was already protecting Griseo all the time! I'm glad to see you and Griseo are both safe and sound.
这话应该我来说才对。基于从幽兰戴尔那里听说的故事，我几乎以为你已经不会再回到可观测的世界范围内。
I should be saying that. Based on the stories Durandal told me, I thought you would never return to the observable world.
事实或许的确如此，花。但观测并不一定是双向的。到目前为止，我尚且能看到你们的世界，看到你们的一举一动。
Oh, will we see more from Su in part 2? Oh man. Indeed, Hua. However, observing isn't always a two-way street. Currently, I can still see your world and your every move.
在你们和凯文一同跨越中烟的时刻，也同样如此。
Whoa. Oh! I thought just watching all the time. Even when you and Kevin ascended the finality.
不过，直到现在我才有机会向你，还有陪伴你的所有战友们说一声，辛苦了。
However, it is not until now that I have had the opportunity to say to you and your comrades, thank you.
不是你，也不是你们。
It's neither me nor my comrades.
苏，是我们。
It's us, so.
说实话，在你终于成功现身的那一刻，我还在感慨，自己居然在这么短的时间内和2位故人接连重逢。
Honestly, when you finally appeared, I couldn't believe I would reunite with 2 old friends in such a short time.
但仔细一想，这并不是什么巧合，因为就是你将我引导到此处，使我得以与格蕾修重逢。
Yes, he knew it. Yeah, that this dude can see everything. But after reflecting on the matter, it's clearly not a coincidence. because it was you who guided me here to reunite with Griseo.
直到今天，你还在勤勉地观测我们的世界，并慎重地加以干涉。你通过投影的方式，暗中把我送到弗洛斯，就是希望我能拯救格雷修，没错吧？
Even now, you are still observing our world and quietly stepping in when needed. You projected me to Phosphorus because you wanted me to save Griseo, right?
你的思路没有错，花，
Oh.
只是还有些观念上的误区需要纠正。
Your thinking is correct, Hua. There are just several misconceptions that need correcting.
如你所知，我的存在早已离开了本真世界，这让我像一支业已点燃、不断升高的齐天灯。虽获得了俯瞰大地的强大能力，却再也无法接触地上的一草一木。
As you know, I have long departed from the proper world. It's like I have turned into this floating red lantern with the powerful ability to overlook the land, but unable to touch a single blade of grass.
我只能对这个世界进行极为有限的干涉，也几乎只能使用单向的一些手段，所以，我并非刻意选择旁敲侧击的方式来引导你，不加解释说明就将你投影，也不是我的本意。
I can only interfere in this world in very limited ways, and mostly by one-way methods. Therefore, it was my intention to guide you indirectly or project you without explanation.
只有在你靠自己的思考和感受，明确察觉到我的存在时，我们之间才能像现在这样建立双向对话。
You can only chat like this when you sense my presence through your thoughts and feeling. So basically, the moment you think of Su, he will appear, but you also have to feel about it.
所以，
Oh,
做得好，花。
well done. Wait. Stop right there. Don't move. Through the translucent leaves, a reassuring message from an old comrade reached her. It felt like he already had the answer long before the observation even started.
我明白了。
I see. It was the last words from Su? Really?
那么，格雷修的处境也一直在你的观测范围内吗？
So has Griseo always been under your observation?
不严格的说，是的。
Okay.
我并非一开始就能观测到如此遥远的星球，但当我逐渐掌握了技巧之后，空间对我的约束就逐渐减弱了。
I was already about to say he's leaving us. Technically, not from the get-go. I couldn't observe a planet so distant at first, but as I got the hang of it, the spatial constraints on me gradually loosened up.
只是，我对他的处境无能为力。在这颗星球上，除了沉睡中的他本人之外，我无法干涉任何事物。
It's just there was nothing I could do to help her on this planet, except of her slumbering self. I could not influence anything. So about the flute, is it you who protect her, or is it still the Tsar?
你的意思是，
You mean?
倘若以肉体的消亡作为界限，那么我只能够干涉那些生前曾接触过的对象。那是我在这个世界留下的锚点，标志着我和本真世界之间的稀薄联系。
If we say the boundary is the perishing of physical body, then my interventions are restricted to the objects I touched during my lifetime. They are the archons I have left in this world, marking the delicate connections between me and the proper world. So basically everything he touched have like some connections to it.
事实上，这些锚点也成衰退之势。总有一天，我会彻底的远离这个世界，但那还需要时间。
In fact, these anchors are disleaning as well. Inevitably, I will completely depart from this world. Fortunately, this process takes time. I mean,
所以，你才会在自己的力量还足够时，将我送到这里。
is this why you sent me here while you still had enough power?
那只是原因之一，更重要的是我们的敌人缩的动向。
That's one of the reasons. More importantly, was the activity of our enemy, Sa.
你应该已经掌握了他的基本信息，基础能力与过去的我极为相似，但常年蛰伏在量子之海深处，不断汲取能量，试图无限膨胀，宛如一株贪得无厌的巨大水晶兰。
This is either by a coincidence that Sa and Su have such similar names and looks, and also the similar abilities as Sa, like Su right now stated. You probably know the basics. Sa's basic abilities are like those of my past self. However, she has been lurking in the deeps of the Sea Quanta, ceaselessly siphoning energy and expanding without limit. Right now, she's like an insatiable giant crystal orchid.
从我第一次观测到她，直到现在，她成长的速度从未减慢。
Even since I first observed her, it has been growing non-stop.
这对地球来说，一直是一个潜在的威胁。只是，在跨越中烟之前，潜在的威胁显然没有明面上的威胁来得重要。
It's been a constant threat to Earth, but before transcending the finality, this threat evidently lacked the gravity of a grave threat. It's been a constant threat to Earth, but before transcending the finality, this threat evidently lacked the gravity of a grave threat.
但现在情况不同，
But now things are different.
是的，现在不一样了。更何况，缩那蔓延于世界下隙的末梢，也有一些分离和松动的迹象，甚至擅自干预源自地球的世界炮。
Yes, they are. Those tendrils of Sa spreading through the world's crevices and showing signs of loosening up. They are even starting to interfere in bubble universes originating from Earth.
我可以俯瞰时间，却无法目视未来，因为一旦被观测，河中的现实便已注定。
Yeah, that's
我只
true.
能远望世界，察觉到这难得的波动，模糊的可能性。
Discerning these rate fluctuations and nebulous possibilities. I'm pretty sure not even an English speaker would understand what he means.
这会是最好的时机，很可能也是最后的时机。于是，我将你投影到缩本体将会出现的位置。
This might be an opportune moment, and quite possibly the final one. Hence, I projected you to where Sa's physical form was expected to emerge.
只是， 因为整个过程都不曾知会你，这可能导致了投影并不那么稳定。
But since I didn't feel you in on the whole situation, the projection may not be that stable.
可你甚至让投影再现了我不同时期的状态，没有你的帮助，我就无法顺利唤醒格雷修。
But you helped the projection to recreate different me at different times. Without your help, waking up Griseo wouldn't be even possible.
那就像是在强制征召士兵之后，再给他们分发昂贵的武器而已。
Wow, so all these different mechanics like different battle suits was because of Su. You literally make the whole idea around it. Madman or genius, I don't know. It's a bit like drawing soldiers and equipping them with high-end gear.
无论如何，我还是需要为自己的独断和无礼向你道歉。
In any case, I am sorry for my arbitrary actions and impoliteness. He's sorry about his impoliteness.
事实上，是我以自己的主观意志选择了你。
The truth is, I picked you out of my personal preference. You make the right choice.
毕竟，我所能干涉的对象虽然稀少，但也并不唯一。
While the entities I can influence are rare, they are by no means exclusive. So it's like Senti or Durandal.
譬如，那位拥有心毛的天元之人，我们在这个时代的后继者。我们曾在须弥界泽里进行过对话，彼此算是有缘之人。
Take the person of Equinox with the Ancora, for example. He's our successor in this area. We talked with each other in Sumero, and there are some connections between us. Durandal?
还有那位曾经和你共享过肉体的本世代的律者，虽然和他之间的关联有些间接，但我也能对其施加干涉。
Weapon event? Maybe you remember. Also, there is Hersha, who once shared the same body with you. Although the connection between us is indirect, I can still influence her.
不过，要将投影传送到如此遥远的距离之外，对我来说也非常困难。我只能选择其中之一。
Yet sending a projection to such a distant location was rather challenging. I had to make a choice.
我选择了你，我旧时的战友，并非出于复杂的计算，只是因为我对你更为熟悉。
So in the end, I choose you, my old comrade, not as a result of intricate calculations, but simply because I know you better.
苏，
当然，我没有权利替你做决定，更何况事态发展到现在，你也能感受到近在咫尺的风险。
Of course, I have no right to decide for you, especially considering the risk that lie ahead.
所以，我已经设法拜托了时之律者，他在和你分别后也经历了一番波折，刚刚平安回到地球。
Therefore, I have managed to convince the Hesh of Sentience. After getting through her own trials since playing with you, she has now safely returned to Earth.
他拥有精神领域的能力，本该更容易察觉到我的存在，倒是他那独特的性格，给这个过程增加了点插曲。
With her mental abilities, it should have been easier for her to detect my presence, yet her unique personality complicated the matter.
好在我们还是达成了共识。花，如果你现在想要退出这场纷争，回到地球，我可以以时之律者为锚点， 立刻将你的投影送回地球。
Thankfully, we reached an agreement. Hua, if you want to leave this conflict behind and return to Earth, which is no way this is happening, I can use her as an Archer, and send your projection back.
关于这项行动的后继者，我会再向幽兰戴尔征询意愿。
As for the success of this mission, I would speak to Durandal and ask if she is willing.
谢谢你的好意，苏。
Thanks for the offer, Su.
不过，你应该知道我的回答，
But you already know my answer, right?
因为你刚刚才说过，你会选择我，是因为更熟悉我。
After all, like you said, you chose me because you knew me better. Oh, we are going ham! After a brief silence, the observer chuckled with a somewhat relieved tone.
是啊，我知道。
Yeah, I know.
那么，就直接进入下一个话题吧。
Well then, let's move to the next topic.
我被梭发现，然后被排出了那个世界，进入了这片迷雾。此前，曾有人教我用扩大漏洞的手段离开这里。
I was detected by Sa, expelled from that world and cast into this mist. But before that, someone showed me a way to slip out of here by expanding the loophole.
很遗憾，那种手段现在已经不成立了。
Unfortunately, that trick doesn't work anymore.
因为前几次你遭受的只是一些小规模的干扰，而这一次是梭直接对投影进行了排斥。
In the past, you only faced minor disruptions, but this time, Sa herself directly rejected the projection.
正如你所猜测的那样，我现在没有能力对这个过程强加干涉，就像一片浮在湖面上的叶子。之前或许能靠自身的张力抵抗微风，现在却已经被外力强行压入了水中。
As you figured out, I cannot currently interfere in this process. Think of me as a leaf floating on the lake surface. I was able to hold myself against the breeze before, but a strong force has pushed me deep into the water.
那我们现在应该
So, what do we do now?
请安心，我之所以无法直接出手帮你开辟新的路径，只是因为我如今的存在方式较为特殊。
Don't worry, the reason I can directly interfere and carve a new path for you is because of my unique form of existence.
我的使命只有观测，能像现在这样与你对话，已经是难得的奇迹了。
My sole mission is to observe. Having this conversation with you is already a miracle.
但你的后援并不只有我，还有其他人拥有为你指明道路的能力。
And you have got more abilities other than me. There is someone else who can guide you.
并且他会为你带来真正可行的作战方案。
Moreover, she can offer you a genuinely viable plan?
他
Yeah?
你们马上就会相见，花。
We will meet
到那时，
If you meet Suha, you will understand the times when the time comes. So no, so
代我
no!
向格雷修问好。
Say hello to Griseo from me.
还需要靠你们
You will
共同
need
开辟。
to-
我相信你们一定能够做
I
到。
know you two can do it.
先沿着这个方向前进吧。
Ah?
理性之种，这是怎么回事？
It's of idea what's going on. Eh?
抱歉，
啊
好像出了点小
Oh
差错。
dear, sorry, I think it
我来
was a
帮你
tiny
说服他们。
mistake. I will help you capture them. Okay, Mister. What?
就当是赔礼道歉吧，浮华小姐。
Thanks an apology, Miss Fu? Okay, I'm happy to see you alive, Mister, but how did you even meet Su? Like, aiming the pale mist, a figure with a cryptic smile suddenly materialized.
不好意思，这些孩子难得长途旅游，稍微有点兴奋过头了呢。
Apologies, those kids got a bit too excited about this long distance trip.
当然，也可能是因为你和这片空间之间的一致性，引起了他们的过度反应。都是误会，希望你别太介意哦。
Or maybe it's the difference between you and this spade that got them all excited. Either way, it's all a misunderstanding. I hope you won't take it to heart.
你是沙尼亚的呢？
You are Chariak.
这么一想，我们好像还真是初次见面。虽然对彼此的大名都已经非常熟悉了。
Is it? Like, we kind of know about Seeds of Idea. Come to think of it, it is your first time seeing me in person, despite knowing each other for a long time, right?
需要走一下流程，进行一些社交礼仪性质的自我介绍吗？浮华小姐，
Do we need to go through the whole social niches thing? 不花？
不用了，我认得你，米斯特林，或者叫雨兔，对吧？
There's no need. I recognize you, Mister. Or should I call you Hair?
为什么你会在这里？
What brought you here?
说来话长啊。
Well, it's a long story.
我原本正在追溯某个阴险而可怕的强敌，却在任务途中得知了意想不到的变故，被拜托了新的使命。
Oh, right. Yeah, we did. We already were fighting Sa on South Snow City. It started with me chasing a shady and formidable enemy. I think it's Vita, right? But mid-mission, I encountered an unexpected twist and got a new mission.
看来，人生这条道路也没有想象中那么容易走啊。
The path of life isn't as straightforward as one would think.
强敌是谁？
Who is this formidable enemy of yours?
对我来说曾经是强敌，不过对浮华小姐来说，现在或许已经是盟友了。
You used to be my enemy, but for you, Miss Fuhua, she might be an ally now.
Vita，
Vita?
其实，我们和那个女人也曾经有过一段时间的结盟，只是对她来说，背叛就像呼吸一样自然。
Actually, we had some sort of partnership with that woman. Only for her, betrayal is as natural as breathing. Breathing.
我，17号，希尔，时之律者，还有许多人，都曾一度坠入他的陷阱。
Me, number 17. Zele, Ash of Sentience, and a bunch more, all of them have fallen into her trap before. Mr. briefly recounted the group encountered in the South Snow Holy City, but she downplayed the ending, which seems to be her own speculation.
原来如此，难怪他说自己认识希尔。
I see. No wonder she claimed to know Zele.
不过他甫一登场就做了些可疑的事，所以我们之间的合作一开始就只建立在暂时一致的目标上。
But she did make sketchy stuff right after showing up, so our partnership was initially built on temporary common goals. As she said this, Fuhua suddenly realized that her incomplete trust in Vita also stemmed from her strange behavior during their first encounter.
也就是说，和我保持不完全的信任，对他来说才更为有利吗？
Wait, does this mean that this incomplete trust was actually in Vita's favor? Vita is just too smart.
总之，根据我之前的推论，我现在应当是受人之托，来帮你摆脱眼下的困境，帮助你回到同伴们身边。
In any case, based on my previous theory, I must have been sent here to help you get out of your current predicament and reunite with your companions.
应当。
Must have?
算是所谓的第八
8
感。
cents? 8?
旅行不光是人类知识的总结，在极偶然的情况下，也会获得某些世界外的鲜艳知识。就我的理解而言，
She simply skipped the 6th and 7th cents. It's sort of like 8 cents. Ideas are not just a summation of humans' knowledge. In extremely rare situations, certain a priority knowledge from beyond the world can also be gained, as I understand it.
也许宇宙中有很多文明都会诞生出类似理型的生命。我们彼此虽然不能直接沟通，却能在世界的下隙中挖掘出某些属于对方的痕迹。
Many civilizations in the universe give rise to life forms similar to ideas. Although we can't directly communicate, we can dissolve traces of each other in the crevasse of the world.
正如此时此刻，我能恰逢其时的苏醒，并与你奇妙的相遇。
Just like how I woke up at the perfect moment to encounter you.
他难道是指苏？
Is she referring to Su?
没关系，你的生命形式毕竟与李行截然不同，无法区分莫娜与阿赖耶，也称不上什么错误。还是聚焦到我们当前面对的问题吧。
No worries. Your life form is completely different from ideas. It's perfectly fine if you can't tell Manas from Alaya. Let's stick to the issue at hand.
在此之前，我派出过一些眼线，对你们那边的情况有了大致的了解。所以接下来就直接进入作战研讨的环节，如何？比方说，由我作为前锋，为你开拓道路。
I kinda wanna know to find out how Mistel and Vita now interact with each other right now. Before this, I sent some bees to scout out the situation on your side. So shall we proceed directly to the battle plan? For instance, I could serve as a vanguard and pave the way for you.
可依你所言，你刚刚遭受重创，各方面都很虚弱。
But judging from what you said, you have been hard battler recently and are weaker in many ways.
哦，
请别误会，米斯特林小姐，我并不是在质疑你的能力，只是担心你的状态。
Don't get me wrong, Miss Mister. I'm not questioning your abilities. I'm just concerned about your current situation. The idea grinned like she had just pulled off a heist.
原来你这样想啊。不过放心吧，浮华小姐，
Ah, so that's what's on your mind. Don't worry, Miss Fuhua.
只要你想看，我随时都可以向你证明我的手段。
If you wish, I'm always ready to show you what I can do. Oh,
为什么突然就发起攻击了？
Why is it suddenly attacking?
这些攻击招式
Those
虽然是
moves,
冲我来
they are
的，
directed
但是
at
好像
me,
又没有多少敌
but
意，
somehow doesn't feel
而且
minions.
总感觉打中时的手感夹杂了什么。
This is the first made content?
鱼兔，
Hey, here.
空间发生变化了，
The speed has changed.
原来如此，
I see.
你还真是爱
Just
拐弯
love
抹
to
角啊
beat around the bush, don't you?
好，那就一鼓作气。
I will do it in one effort. Following the tempo of the attacks, the mist-woven space began to lose up. In the cravings between the Sea of Quanta and the proper world, the phenomena of the overlapping dimensions began to change because of the idea's entry. And Su, who noticed this change, decided to inscribe a novel revelation on a distant planet. Soon after,
找到了，
found it.
就是这个方向。
Yes, that's the direction. Okay, and that's it. Wow. So we actually meet Sue. And I hope not for the last time. Like literally it means that it is possible to find him. And who knows, maybe we will find even more. Kinda wish it. We still don't know what home planet of Kalpas is. If it's true that he's an alien from other planet. But yeah, that's... And also Mistel, I guess, I don't know. Am I surprised? A little bit. I kinda was sad when Mistel disappeared in South Snow City, but hey, she's like also sassy, but not that sassy and nice as Vita, so I still team Vita. Man, South Snow City, I kinda want to replay the chapter again, just to see the Vita's interactions in new light. Then I guess that's it for this part. And the next part will probably be final boss fight. Judging by the amount of chapters. If not, then not. It is a long chapter. I do it a little bit longer. In terms, I wait before they say their phrases. Kinda could make it without the Zen voice. By the way, I have to probably increase the sound of it. Yeah, but regardless, thank you for watching, listening. Have a great day, have a great night, afternoon, and see you in part 6.